On this program, we get some candid remarks from the man on the street who just saw our performance in San Pedro.
What you guys bring cooks another, like the psychedelic part of my head. It's gonna create a new neural pathway for me.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
We're forgers of neural pathways.
Yeah. In terms of the hybrid, there's nothing that says you got to be locked into the tradition. You could have it as a start point and expand upon it.
Yeah, but aesthetics are very important. And we have to be
Can you hear the words of peace and love in many tongues? Open your heart and sing and dance along. It's the Sufi way.
In preparation for our big show in July at the Warner Grand Theater, Fontaine and I decided to become a part of a big music event, and we were the only variety act with music. Our experience in working together for 13 years really showed in terms of how we were able to blend performance art, magic, and music, and we made an appropriate splash and some nice new connections. Really has been great to work with live music. Very proud of that unique angle of our show, the Magic Bazaar. Here's a taste of what we experienced.
Here we are at the Warner Grand Theater in San Pedro, part of a big fundraising event here for 20K Watt. And we're getting ready for our big show in July, the Magic Bazaar at the Warner Grand Theater.
Makes no sense to my eyes what I'm seeing now. Makes no sense to my ears what I'm hearing now. Makes no sense to my heart what I'm feeling.
So, how's your weekend been getting ready for this theater show?
Oh, it's just been a whirlwind. So many shows, meeting so many people, all of the places and everything. It's definitely been a fantastic trip. I can't wait to come back here in July.
We just finished our first stint at the Warner Grand Theater in San Pedro. This is Majinga the Magician with Layla.
Hi, everybody. Oh my gosh, the energy in a place like this, all of the history and all of the audience is so warm and inviting. It's intoxicating. I love performing here. I can't wait to do it again.
Fantastic, yeah. That's what you said before we even stepped on stage, and now that we get the energy of the audience, it's awesome. How about just walking to the car after the show? What was that like for you?
Oh, it was great to see that immediate response. We had tons of people coming up to us like, when can we see you again? When can we see you again? And that kind of inviting is so great. I loved it.
So we've just got 2 more shows down here in LA tomorrow, and then we're back to the Bay Area. It's been quite a trip, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been a whirlwind. I'm so happy we came down, though. It's sad to have to go back to the Bay.
We'll have some fun up there, too. 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 We'll have some fun up there, too.
And so, with just a portion of our entire cast, myself as Majinga the Magician, the alluring Layla, Fontaine, the main vocalist and creator of Fontaine's Muse, and Farhan, aka Flash, the sitar player, the 4 of us tackled our spot, and we had a blast. We can't wait to do our whole show.
Good. Thank you guys so much.
Remember the movie Spinal Tap? We do. Well, We rocked. We had fun. It was amazing. And thank you so much, Alayla, for coming all the way down here, and Majinga for coming all the way down here to share this wonderful Spinal Tap moment with us.
Okay, I won't videotape your face now. Just talk. This is for my radio blog.
Oh.
My radio podcast.
What topic?
Talk about the how big this place is, the size of the audience, the response we got.
This is a mammoth of a place. We're so honored to be invited and brought into the Artist Eco Alliance. Leo Rossi, a saint, and his son didn't fall far from the tree. Beautiful man, wonderful, inspirational artist. And we are so thrilled to have been part and honored for them to bring us into their family. We're new to town, and he saw us out there performing on the curb there, busking at the farmer's market, and he said, that's a group I gotta have. And so we've been working with J.R. Richards and the Artist Eco Alliance, and we're bringing the Magic Bazaar into it, and it's so fun.
That was really great to hear the MC introduce the Magic Bazaar, and then the response we got from just a little bit of...
They were hot. They were a nice audience. Yeah, and nobody really knew us, and so we kicked it.
We made the buzz.
We kicked it.
Yep, we did what we intended to do.
That audience was amazing. It was so energetic. I haven't performed for an audience like that in a very long time. I loved it.
Well, when you're in a 1,500-seat theater, the energy is definitely amped up.
Did you see how far high I jumped?
Yes, the first jump when you got out there, I was like, oh, I hope she doesn't slip.
Now, well, my other shoes broke.
Good job.
Yeah, we're recording some information. What is your take on this event that we just did there? Cool. Flash.
Hey, we're talking to Flash, the sitar player, and the
radio show.
Yeah, this is for the radio show.
Oh, you have a radio show.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So, how did it feel being the only sitar player in this event?
I don't know.
I was representing women. Me and Alayla were representing women because we're the only women. Mm-hmm. There are a couple backup singers and a female comedian, but there's about 50 men and 3 or 4 women, and we representing.
I represented the metrosexuals.
Yeah, good job. You just have right amount of eyeliner on.
We should start packing up the car and then just...
We shall do it.
Yeah, because you should pick up our son.
He's fine.
I giggle.
He laughs like a girl. That's why I married him.
After returning from 4 performances in Los Angeles, I attended a lecture sponsored by Misdirection's Magic Shop. I've known Joe Pond since he opened his shop. Always glad to support it. It's a fantastic place in San Francisco. And he has a lot of fantastic lecturers, almost one a month. I like to show him my material and get some honest feedback from him. He's been very supportive over the years.
Yeah, I'm like, good, how are you? It's the best. And I'm like...
We were trying to create sort of a storyline with it. And
and then you sent me that thing, and I was like, I love it. It's like the illustrations and the storyline of that whole Gunyam and the whole thing. I was like, wow, you guys really thought about it. I mean, did you write it? Or?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You sat there and you talked about the Monkey King, and I was sitting there going, oh my God, he's really like studied into, I mean, you Chinese. I'm sitting there going,
I have a Chinese heart.
I'm like, what is this? It's like, this is like more than you should be like featured in the Chinese New Year Parade or something like that.
Yeah, well, I have some contacts there now. But I just came from a meeting at City Hall. I'm doing the big symphony gala for the Chinese New Year.
Wonderful.
Thing.
Because you should be in there. And you know what? And you, like I said, you do justice. It's not like this white guy come out and do this. No. It's... And then after that, then they start leading everybody on.
Yeah.
It would be fantastic because, every year they have something.
I've designed an instantly repeatable system where I can
so
do
you
it
can,
over and over
like
on a float.
If you're on a float, after you finish, because they move along and then come back up.
I can do this side and then turn around and then do this side and go back and forth. Yeah.
Because if you're on a float, because you have to keep changing. As they stop and you wave, and then they go to the next one.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Let me see. Because
Have you seen the levitation we do? The Gamolo style levitation right after that act? She lays down on these screens that say double happiness on them.
Okay.
And have a big fan that lights up, and she floats up toward the fan, and then it gets passed under her, and oh my gosh, it looks awesome. Gotta see it. There's Jay. How's it going? Awesome. What's going on? No, I just had a meeting earlier at City Hall, and then Popeye Joe's, and now I'm here.
City Hall in San Francisco?
Yeah, I'm doing
or
it
in Oakland.
No, in San Francisco.
You know if you were in the protest?
No, this is for a big gala associated with the symphony for the San Francisco Symphony Chinese New Year.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, big thing happening there Saturday night.
So I assume you're performing at it?
Yeah.
So what is it? Symphony must be a big pay ticket to get in there.
Yeah, I think it's like $300 a plate.
So how long is your show?
12 minutes.
12 minutes?
Yeah.
So are you doing the Chinese mask again?
Yep. That and an Mojito screen production with $1,000 of silk. So.
Well, isn't the mask longer than 12 minutes?
The mask act is 5.5.
Is it really?
Yep.
Why?
Felt longer, didn't it?
Well, not in a bad sense, in a good sense.
Yeah. Pack a lot into that 5.5 minutes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what did you do? About 8 or 9 masks? I can't remember.
10.
10?
Yeah. I've done 16 in the past, and I thought it was too many. So I
sometimes, even though the skill level it's harder, obviously, to do, it doesn't translate to the audience. They're like, oh, got another mask.
It's too repetitive. It's like an ambitious card routine that goes on 7 or 8 phases.
Right.
It's like it comes to the top again and again. Yeah,
So it's like all the coins I keep producing. Oh God, another goddamn coin.
So there has to be variety with each mask change for sure, and that's why I cut down some of the changes. Sometimes I'll only do 5 masks, or sometimes even only 2. So it all depends.
I did 28 coins, and I can do 40.
Okay. Yeah, exactly.